everyone, welcome back to another episode. 1 month passed. Jungkook, your wallet. I started walking out towards the front door to give him his wallet. Oh, silly, thanks, baby, he said, taking it from my hand as he saw me coming after him, shouting, Bye. I waved, suiting him to go. No goodbye kiss? Jungkook asked, pulling me near. If you forget, I'm staying home on Monday because I got cold, I said, putting a hand on his lips. Then his expression went into a warning one again. I told you not to eat that much ice cream last night, didn't I? Jungkook asked once I removed my hand from his mouth. Yes, now stop complaining and go. I gave him a slight pause and went walk inside the house, closing door behind. Eat well and take medicine. Jungkook shouted over the door before walking away. Okay, sir. I shouted back. I shook my head at his overprotection and walked into the house. Then my phone rang, indicating that I got text. My stepmother texted me, Be here at 6 o'clock in the evening for dinner. I just want to remind you that I have something important matter to tell you. Don't be late, Taehyung. What now, God? Give me a freaking break. Taehyung POV. Do I need to wear a suit? Taehyung mumbled. Jungkook looking through his wardrobe. You can put just a formal shirt, baby, Jungkook suggested. You know what? I will just wear a hoodie and jeans, Taehyung said, looking for a hoodie. Good in anything, baby, Jungkook kissed Taehyung cheek and started buttoning his white shirt. Let me, Taehyung said, turning to Jungkook and started buttoning them up. Their bodies are so close, Jungkook did not get action in and lost mouth. Taehyung is not giving him anything more than kisses. He pulled me nearby and the waist and kissed my lips. The author's baby Taehyung was quick to kiss back when like he was waiting for Jungkook to kiss him. Jungkook took that as encouraging and get deep. He is kissing Taehyung so hard that one would think he was trying to eat his husband. Taehyung bit Jungkook's lip, making him hiss and pulled back a little. Taehyung then left his lips and started kissing Jungkook again. Jungkook wanted to grab Taehyung and touch him all at the same time. He wanted to stay still. Let Taehyung give him love bites. They kissed for a while, resulting hit mark on both of their necks. Nice. I just want to show how strong our relationship is in case my stepmother tries something, Taehyung said and pulled a black hoodie. It's Jungkook's. Dan, you look good in my clothes. Jungkook pulled Taehyung near and started kissing him. I feel good in them too, Taehyung replied. Jungkook pulled him so close, his hands roamed around Taehyung almost possessively. You know, sometimes you act like possessive husband, Taehyung mumbled, letting Jungkook touch him all over his clothes. Sometimes I feel like one too, Jungkook said with his face into Taehyung's neck. We need to go. Taehyung giggled when Jungkook dropped his nose into his neck. Jungkook pulled back and pulled back. They straightened their clothes. Let's go. Jungkook held Taehyung's hand and they were off to the dinner planned by Taehyung's stepmother. It took them 30 minutes to reach there. It brought back the memories of that day. His father passed away. It will be okay. Jungkook took the hold of Taehyung's hand and kissed his forehead. When they got out of the car after parking, Honey opened the door for them, quickly hugged Taehyung How are you? Taehyung asked his sister. I am good. How are you, Tae? She asked with so much emotion that made Taehyung think why he avoided his sister all these years. I'm fine too. Let's go inside. She took a hold of his hand and they walked in with Jungkook following them. Hello there, stepbrother, Hon said as he walked towards them with a smirk. Taehyung did not respond. Just because they had a lunch once not mean they were friends now. Hon was about to say something but stopped when he saw Jungkook. His expression changed completely. He looked scared. Shall we go? Taehyung asked his stepbrother, who looked like he is gonna silly in his pants. Hon nodded and walked all the way to the house to get to the back door. She planned dinner in the backyard with a huge large table and enormous table on their both sides. The table was already packed with Taekook. When Taekook came, it's like they were late. Some of their family members greeted Taehyung and some of them did not even acknowledge him. They just went on their talks and eating. His stepmother, who sat on the top chair of the table, gave him an acknowledged nod when she saw them. Taekook seated at the end of the table as Hani sat beside Taehyung and served them food. She sat there chatting with Taehyung. Jungkook looked like he wanted to get over it already. Taehyung did not tell him about the staying night over yet. Soon the dinner was over. Get shocked and host's family goodbye before walking away. You wanna come in? Taehyung's stepmother asked, pointing at the back door. As the last guest walked back towards the exit, Taehyung shrugged, standing up, leaving the food on the table. Jungkook followed them, leaving his untouched food. We need to talk, his stepmother said once they were in the house. I am aware, I replied with bothered expression. That alarm from Jungkook alone, she said, looking at Jungkook and quickly turned away like she is almost scared. Taehyung almost smirked at the scared expression. Jungkook can be a killer if he doesn't care. If that scares his stepmother, it will be not take a long time. She pressed Hon will keep him company until then, she offered. Taehyung almost laughed at that. I will not trust Hon within 6 feet near Jungkook. No thanks. Taehyung said with a short like it was very obvious. Okay, Hon came with us. Jungkook can keep himself a company for a few minutes, she said fastly, like she wants to talk to him as soon as possible, as she is waiting for their talk. Finally, Taehyung nodded and walked with her to the study room near the stairs. Hon followed them behind. They sat on the couch with Hon and Taehyung in the large one and his stepmother on the single chair. There is a file placed in the little table that was placed in front of the couch. What it is? Taehyung asked, leaning back into the couch with crossed arms. I will cut the chase. These papers are property division between you three children of Jisung, she said, pointing at the file. So this is the reason behind you call and being a civil thing? Taehyung asked with a raised eyebrow. Yes, she said, not even blinked before accepting. I am not even surprised. I know I can trust you. Taehyung replied. I wanted to be civil and all, maybe make you sign your share to Moon and Honey. She accepted them like it's nothing serious. Maybe she is used to her silly self too, Taehyung thought. But Dad, leave all this here for me. What do you want me to give it to Hoon and Hani is underage yet. Taehyung asked, she knows Dad will let you take over the company no matter what, so she wanted me to marry off someone rich like Jungkook. Hoon elaborated, what, you are such a witch. Taehyung looked at her disgustingly. So what do you say? At the end, Taehyung asked, you signed the paper, take your share and go. Never came back. His stepmother said like they wish to stay here. If you forget I was the one who went away from your lives, I have no wish to stay here with all you all know. Dad is not alive. I don't have any reason for that. Taehyung snapped. Well, that's good then, she replied with a stern look, but I can't make these decisions myself. I need to talk to Jungkook, Taehyung said and brought his phone out from his pocket to text Jungkook. Jungkook walked inside the room within a minute. Hoon quickly shot up from beside Taehyung at the presence of Jungkook. Jungkook walked to Taehyung and took Hoon's place. Taehyung explained him everything. Jungkook is silent after hearing everything Taehyung explained. Hoon and his stepmother said everything nervously, like Jungkook is gonna point a weapon at their head anytime. Taehyung wondered if Hoon told her stepmother about Jungkook killing someone behind the bar Hoon went to before their dad's death. That would be the only explanation for their weird behavior around Jungkook, more like scared around Jungkook. Can I see the file? Jungkook asked, pointing at the file set on the table in front of them. Taehyung leaned to take the file from the table without waiting for anyone's reply and handed it to Jungkook. Jungkook smiled at Taehyung, scooted closer to look into the file he is holding. Jungkook went through them particularly before looking up to speak to the elder woman. I need to make sure these are decent with my lawyer. We will give back to you after a week or some. Jungkook replied, closing the file as he spoke. What? Why? 1 week? That woman tried to say in a demanding tone but ended up stuttering nervously when Jungkook looked at her with a raised eyebrow. What do you mean? Taehyung asked, looking at his stepmother completely annoyed. You don't need 1 week for your lawyer to go through that file. It will be done in a day. 1 week is too late. The only woman in the room talked, looking at Taehyung with a distaste. Actually, Mrs. Kim, it's too soon if you ask me. It's not been more than a month since Uncle Kim passed away. You are too eager to pass the shares to your children, aren't you? Jungkook said with a serious look, making her even more nervous. She gulped, hiding her nervousness. She looked at them to reply against Jungkook's accusation, but Jungkook beat her in the conversation. If Taehyung wanted, he could just not sign the paper and take over the company like everyone wants after he finished his studies. So it's Taehyung's decision. If he can take his time to make it, you will have to say no say in it, Jungkook replied, not so nicely that made the elder woman shut her mouth completely and nod with her lips set in the straight line. Mom, Honey walked into the room with drinks, calling after her. Mom, I brought you guys drinks, Honey said, showing them the tray of glasses filled with orange juice that she is holding in her hands. You are sitting in the room for a long time. What are you even talking about? You left me alone back there, she said with her lips forming into an unnoticeable pout. Taehyung laughed lightly and patted the space beside him. asking her to come over and sit on the other side of him. We are just about to come out, Taehyung replied to her sister. Here, she handed a glass to Taehyung and another to Jungkook. She set the tray at the table. After she took a glass for herself. What? Where is mine? Hoon asked, looking at her younger sister, even though there are two more glasses left on the tray. He is mad that she did not hand him as she did to his stepbrother and his husband. Don't you have hands? Hani retorted, sticking her tongue at Hon like a good, respectful sibling says. Hon made a funny face at her and took a glass himself. Are you staying, Taehyung? Hani asked as she sipped her drink. No, honey. Taehyung smiled sadly when he saw the disappointment look on her sister. But mom said you are staying last time she asked. That's true. His stepmother asked him to stay the night when she called him for the first time. It was when she acted as she was being civil with him. Has no intention to spend the night in this house. When she acted like she wanted to be civil with him now, after knowing her true motive behind it, he doesn't want. No, honey, we are not staying here for the night, but you can come to visit us if you want. Taehyung offered. Can I sleep over at your house? She asked excitedly. Yes, you can come to visit your brother at any time, Jungkook replied, looking over at Hani, putting his arm around Taehyung. But I have school, she said, saying when she remembered about school. She is 17 years old, high school student. She is very busy with classes these days. She stayed home for a few days after her dad's death. Now she is trying hard to catch up with the lost classes and home. It's okay, honey. You can come when you are free. Just give me a call ahead. Taehyung said, okay, she said, and smiled. I heard my brother-in-law has a good collection of cars. I want to see them when I visit your house, she asked, looking at Jungkook excitedly, which made Jungkook smile at the younger girl. Indeed, he had, and you are free to check them out, Taehyung assured her. Taehyung was very impressed when he saw Jungkook's car collection for the first time when he got Jungkook's house. We are leaving them, Taehyung asked, looking at Jungkook. Jungkook nodded in response. Honey gave a sad look, but cheered up when Taehyung said they will meet soon. Honey walked them to the front door, waving them goodbye as Taekook drove away. She shut the door and turned around to see her stepmother looking at her furiously. What? Honey asked, looking at her mother, acting weird. You should not get close to that boy, she said in a warning tone. Why is that? Honey asked, unbothered at her tone. Cause he is not your brother. He is not our family, she said with a ragging eyes. Oh, how is that possible? If Hoon is my brother, so is Taehyung, she said, giving her a daring look. Her mother gritted her teeth but did not reply. Okay then, if you have nothing to say, I will go. She walked away without waiting for her mother's reaction. Hoon, I am going to continue watch the series that we started yesterday. You wanna join, or I am gonna watch it myself, Hani shouted, running up to the stairs to get to Hoon's room. You little silly, don't you dare to watch it without me, Hoon shouted, running out of the kitchen with a bottle of orange juice in his hand as he ran after his sister. First to reach your room, get to sit in the love seat sofa of yours, Honey shouted as she kept running. This is not fair. You are running fast and You occupied it yesterday too, Hun shouted as he tried to catch up with his sister. Then run faster, loser, Hani said, and run even faster. Ended up reaching for the room first. As said, she occupied the comfortable love seat sofa. I'm here fighting for their shares, for their future, but these fellows here fighting over the stupid sofa at their mother's side and walk away. What do you think I should do? Taehyung asked Jungkook from the passenger seat as they drove towards the house. What do you want to do? Jungkook replied with another question. I don't know, that's why I'm asking, Taehyung groaned, looking away to stare out of the window. We have got time, and also she is kinda suspicious. We have to look at everything through before doing anything, Jungkook said, which Taehyung nodded in acceptance. I don't know. Dad wanted me to take over the company, those shareholders too. I thought no one knows about my existence. Taehyung let out a amused laugh. Don't underestimate them, baby. They know more than you think they know, and they will try hard to gain anything. Jungkook said as he is experienced it. That made Taehyung more curious. Taehyung shifted his seat to look at Jungkook with curious eyes. Tell me more about it, Taehyung asked, by placing his chin in his hand, staring at the side of Jungkook's face. The shareholders in my dad's in my company wanted both my brother and me to join the company, but I was not interested in studying business and take over his company. Jungkook started. They tried to convince me. I did not listen. They forced me. I did not listen. Instead, I chose to study music that I always loved. My parents got mad. We stopped talking to me. I moved out and lived in my room with other students. Can you believe they did not even pay for my school just because I did not study what they asked? Jungkook said as he hated it. It is that why you didn't speak to your parents? Then asked what he noticed from the funeral. Yes, I did not do what they wished. They acted like I am a disappointment. I ignored them and got what with my own life started company later. See, now I am here with a good career and an amazing husband, Jungkook said, smiling. Taehyung smiled, but still he could not help but think. Thing is missing. It's like he avoided telling him some elements of his life. When did they start talking to you again? Taehyung asked. He saw his parents talking to Jungkook. Even though Jungkook did not speak to them, he just replied to them in one word answer. Huh? Jungkook looked at Taehyung like he did not listen to what Taehyung asked. Taehyung frowned. What are you thinking, Jungkook? Taehyung asked worriedly. Nothing, baby. Don't worry. Jungkook assured him that don't worry again. Taehyung thought. What are you asking? Jungkook asked. Then Taehyung repeated his question. When did they start speaking to you again? Jungkook asked. Jungkook nodded, looking straight at the road. They thought I was just a confused kid who is not sure about what he is doing. Jungkook laughed by saying that, but they realize I know what I am doing when I moved out of the house to live in Rome. Jungkook replied, did they ask you to come back? Let you do whatever you like. Did they pay for your school? Taehyung asked eagerly. They did, but I was stubborn then. I did what I like to do. Jungkook replied. Taehyung can clearly see Jungkook doing that. I heard you started Jihan studio yourself. Taehyung asked. Yes, Jungkook replied, not much, very much proud of what he did. Where did you get the money from? You said you did not take money from them again after they denied to pay for your school, Taehyung asked. Jungkook was silent for a few seconds. We are home, Jungkook said, but Taehyung felt like he is avoiding the question. But they left the conversation in the car after they reached the home. They showered and slept after making out for a while. Bye baby, take care. Jungkook leaned and kissed Taehyung's sleeve before parting ways. Bye, Taehyung waved as he walked to his car, then to uni. Morning classes went smoothly without any stress. At lunchtime, he went to sit with his friends, Jimin and Hani. Hey, idiots, Taehyung called as he walked to the regular table. They said, someone is in good mood. Hani stated Taehyung has been feeling low for the last few days just to his dad's death, but as the days passed, he is getting normal. He visit him every day for the first few weeks after the funeral. He could not ask, have you heard about the campaigning yet? Jimin asked as he chewed his sandwich. What campaigning? Taehyung asked, stealing a fry from Hani's plate, earning a slap. Ach. Taehyung rubbed his hand, but still stole the fry. They are taking to second year student to camp for 3 days, beach, tent and bonfire in the middle of forest. Wow, I want to go there right now with Youngie. Jimin said with a dreamy look. I don't think campaigning is that excited. Thanks, shrugged. You traitor. How dare you to say that? Honey clenched her heart dramatically. Jimin laughed, hitting her arm. You have to come down. There will be no fun if we all didn't go together. Jimin said, yes, there is no way you are missing this, Honey said, pointing a finger at him. I don't know, I should have. Jungkook though. Taehyung shrugged. Oh, look who is acting as a good wife, asking permission from husband. How sweet. Hani teased, making Taehyung blush. Shut up, Taehyung said. Do not let Hani think he can be teased easily, but ended up smiling anyway. Be serious, you have to come, Jimin said. We will ask Jungkook if he didn't accept, he said, and Jimin nodded. Okay, I will ask him when it is. Taehyung asked. The day after tomorrow, Hani replied. Very soon. Taehyung mumbled. We still have today and tomorrow. Hani said, hey, isn't that he's your ex that you told us about? The one who bothered you for few days last month, Jimin said. Looking over Taehyung, Taehyung was about to turn his head to look, but Hani catch his hand in a tight grip. Don't look around to see him when we are talking about him, Hani mumbled. What is he doing? Taehyung asked without turning back. Hani and Jimin, who sat in front of him, a clear view of Jun, who sat beside Taehyung 3 tables away. He is sneaking, looking at you. Thinks no one would notice, Jimin said with narrowed eyes. Do you think he will come over here to bother you again? Jimin asked, showing his lower lip. Let him come. I have been doing gyms for ages. It's been a long time since I used these babies. Hani said. Hani now was wearing a tank top, stretching her arm, left biceps, relieving the muscles hide under those smooth tanned arms. Taehyung snorted at soon turned into a laugh. Stupid, keep them down. People are staring. Jimin hissed, clenching Hani's arm. Bring them down. What? Taehyung suddenly shouted. looking at Jimin with wide eyes. Honey dropped his hand and her hand and looked at Taehyung confusedly, but realized Jason hit her when her eyes met with Taehyung. He said, "Stupid honey." Taehyung gasped. Honey nodded in it. Their innocent nod closed. Gay best friend who likes to label himself as a straight but a gay crushed for the first time. OMG, Jimin, you are okay? Are you dying? Taehyung leaned to pat Jimin's face dramatically, more like slapping his face. Guys, I think I'm gay. No, I'm sure I'm gay, Jimin mumbled, sweating Taehyung's hand away. Taehyung fell back into a chair, clenching his heart dramatically. Jimina, you have lost your memory. Oh my god. Don't you remember that day when I called you and Yoongi was freaking you and you just said you want Yoongi with you on the camping? I already know that you were gay, just like me. Why I didn't know all this is it me or Jimin is being weird these days? Hani asked out of nowhere, making Taehyung look at her. Jimin hurriedly took his phone out of his pocket as he chimed. Then he is blushing as he stared at those messages. Definitely weird. Jimin ran to his class before the teach him more, and Taehyung and Hani also went to their classes started and finished, letting Taehyung and Hani take the other thoughts away from his mind. Don't forget to ask Jungkook about the camping, Hani called out as they bid their goodbyes. Okay, Taehyung called as he drove to his car back home. He was greeted by Jungkook by the second he entered the house, opening the front door. Hey, baby, Jungkook called from the kitchen. Hi, Taehyung replied and took off his shoes before going into the kitchen. Jungkook is cooking. Taehyung walked to him and hugged him from behind, standing on tiptoe by placing his chin on Jungkook's shoulder to see what Jungkook is cooking. Chicken? Taehyung asked as he looked into the pan. Yep, Jungkook replied, kissing Taehyung's head, turning his head lightly. Taehyung sighed and dropped from his tiptoe to move his face into Jungkook's back. What happened, baby? Jungkook asked, with one hand stirring the pot, another hand reaching behind for Taehyung. I'm tired, Taehyung mumbled onto Jungkook's back. Why don't you take some rest until I finish cooking this? Jungkook asked, but Taehyung shook his head. His face still brushed into Jungkook's back. Jungkook lowered the flame and put the spoon aside before turning around. Taehyung quickly clung to Jungkook's chest as he turned around. Drafty. Jungkook hugged Taehyung, caressing his back. Taehyung mumbled, closing his eyes as he leaned onto Jungkook. Jungkook stroked his hair before as they stood there hugging. Jungkook, Taehyung started after some time. Huh? Jungkook asked. Can I go camping with my friends and classmates? Taehyung asked. Of course, baby. Do you want me to camp with you? Jungkook asked excitedly, now thinking they never went out to plays after they got married. It takes only a student, not old married man. Taehyung joked, earning a little smack on his butt. Jungkook, ouch! Taehyung rubbed his left butt cheek, but that got smashed, but still laughing when it is. Jungkook asked as Taehyung stopped laughing. Day after tomorrow, Taehyung replied. Too soon, Jungkook said, bringing Taehyung closer to his body. Yep, and for 3 days, Taehyung said, trying to lean back, but Jungkook pulled him near again. 3 days? Jungkook said, like it's 3 years. Taehyung said, can I go? Taehyung asked. Jungkook let out a laugh at the way Taehyung asked, you can go if you like to, baby, you don't need my permission. Jungkook kissed his head again. Who is asking for your permission? I am just telling you, Taehyung replied defensively. Jungkook laughed again. But what about those files? Taehyung asked. Did not we say we are gonna take our own time? Jungkook remember him. Yep, Taehyung said. We can work on that after you came back, Jungkook added. Then they are silent for a few seconds. Baby, Jungkook called. We haven't been anywhere after we got married. Jungkook started. Like honeymoon? Taehyung asked and Jungkook hummed. Shall we plan a trip, baby? Jungkook asked. That sounds good. I have a week of holidays at the end of the month, Taehyung said ecstatically. Where do you want to go? Jungkook asked. Um, the Hawaii? Taehyung asked, looking at me with exciting eyes, particularly begging for him to say yes. The Hawaii is perfect, Jungkook replied, making Taehyung attack him with kisses all over his face. Jungkook was laughing, gasping for air. He can't stop laughing at all. Okay, that's enough. Jungkook kissed Taehyung's face and kissed his lips. They pulled back suddenly. What? Taehyung asked. Like me, just stir this curry once. Then I can have that booty of yours, Jungkook said, turning around to stir the curry. Idiot. Taehyung mumbled and turned around to leave, but Jungkook already turned around, catch him by his waist and put him on his shoulder. Jungkook, Taehyung shrieked. What are you doing? Taehyung called over his face, edge so close to Jungkook's butt. Didn't I say I'm gonna have this booty of myself for myself? Jungkook said, smashing Taehyung's butt lightly. Jungkook, Taehyung cried in embarrassment. Before he could say anything, he was already put down on the couch and Jungkook's lips were on his. He did not hold back as he kissed him back hard. Jungkook pulled off his Taehyung's shirt and started kissing down his chest. Taehyung tasting the smooth skin of his husband. Taehyung was crying heavily as Jungkook took it all the next level. Jungkook, Taehyung pointed. They were both breathless when Jungkook pulled back from the kiss, letting those lips go. Jungkook, Taehyung spoke in between fans. Jungkook hummed, leaving down to kiss the slender neck again, but froze in shock as he heard Taehyung. Let's have it today, Taehyung mumbled, making Jungkook gone when he came out of shock. I would take you this very minute if that stupid chicken is still not cooking. Jungkook gone into Taehyung's neck. Taehyung can feel Jungkook. Not now, stupid, Taehyung heard Jungkook said, telling that he was really stupid. Tonight, baby, tonight. Jungkook gone again as he imagined himself with Taehyung. He had been dreaming about it since so long. It has been so long they did it. Go cook your chicken, Taehyung said, patting Jungkook back. Jungkook reluctantly pulled back. Are you sure? Jungkook asked. Taehyung stared at him for a second before answering. About your cooking chicken? I'm sure you can cook that. It smells so good, Taehyung replied, making Jungkook gone, hiding his face into Taehyung's tummy. I'm sure, Jungkook, Taehyung said, and Jungkook kissed his tummy before pulling back to kiss his lips again. Okay, kiss chicken first. You next. Jungkook stood up with the pick his lips. Taehyung is not sure if Jungkook is hungry for chicken or for for him to be continued. So everyone, how was it? Don't forget to comment it down. I hope you will love it, and next episode may be going to be the honeymoon episode. Let's see. Okay, and tomorrow is Jungkook's birthday, so happy birthday to our bunny cute boy Jungkook. Okay, and wish him a lot. I hope you will love the episode. See you again. Bye bye. Bye.